Welcome back to WHITMAS 2020, baby. Happy WHITMAS, WHITMAS 2020, hey. Welcome back. It's a beautiful day to be alive. I am so excited because today, well, first of all, when am I not excited? You know what I mean? I think I say that in every video, but I am excited because today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I love Q&As. Q&As are my favorite videos to watch. I feel like they're very intimate and I love being as open and honest with you guys as I possibly can. I love talking to you about my struggles, my highs, my lows, my mental health, my fitness journey, everything. So that is what we are doing today. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and never forget to subscribe so you never miss a fit tip with Whit again. So listen, we are doing 12 days of WHITMAS, 12 videos during the month of December here on my YouTube channel. So I hope that you will subscribe and stick around because WHITMAS 2020, it's an exciting time, okay? I mean, maybe it's just exciting for me. Here's the thing. Anytime I say I'm excited for something mysterious, whether that's here on YouTube or on my Instagram, the very first assumption that people make is that I'm pregnant. And I am not. I think every other question on this Q&A was, when am I having kids? Do I want kids? Absolutely. I cannot wait to one day have some babies. Now that I'm engaged and I know who I'm gonna marry and who I'm gonna have kiddos with, like, the thought makes me teary-eyed. The thought of seeing Stefan as a dad, it makes my heart flutter, you know? And if I am lucky too, I would love to have kids one day. That will not be happening anytime soon. First of all, I still feel like I'm too young to be having babies. Second of all, I don't feel like I'm ready to have babies. I am too selfish at this moment to have babies. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but I also feel like it's a very self-aware thing to say. Every morning when I wake up and I'm journaling and I'm reading and I'm getting ready and I'm on my iPad or I do my skincare routine or I'm making breakfast, I will think, if I had children right now, I would not be able to be doing this because I would have a kiddo that needs my attention. I don't feel like I'm ready to have kids right now. I would love to have kids one day. I know that if Stefan could impregnate me right now, he would do it because that man wants me to have his babies real bad. But we both have some stuff that we still want to do before we have babies. So I hope that answers all of your baby questions. I hope that you guys will stop assuming that I'm always pregnant because I know that you don't mean it in a mean way, but sometimes when you guys always just say you're glowing, you must be pregnant, it like hurts my feelings. I'm like, okay, like, why do you think I'm pregnant? Like, do I look like I'm pregnant? Yes, I want kiddos. I want like 3 kiddos. Stefan wants 5. 5's too many for me. The second most popular question that I got when I did this Q&A box on my Instagram was when Stefan and I are getting married. So listen, here's the tea, here's the tea, here's the tea. I keep going back and forth on what I want for a wedding. Do I want a small destination wedding? Do I want a wedding here where I live? What do I want from my wedding? I don't know. I know for sure that I want a very small and intimate wedding. I just can't decide on where that's gonna be. So right when we got engaged, I booked a venue and I booked a date, and then immediately I was like, you know what, this is just too rushed for me. Trying to flip a wedding around in less than a year, why the heck and bob? So the only thing that I've done so far for wedding planning is I've hired the most incredible, amazing, wonderful woman to be my wedding planner. So I have hired a wedding planner. Nothing else can move forward until I pick a freaking venue, and I can't pick a freaking venue because I can't decide what kind of wedding I want. I also feel like the end of 2020 was the most hectic few months of my whole entire life, so I just needed to take a deep breath, you know? So definitely we will not be getting married next year. I think we will definitely get married in 2022. This is a great question by Liz. Liz says, you talk a lot about mental health but never really tell us why you struggle. Since I went to college, mental health has always been such a struggle for me. Why am I getting emotional? No. After my freshman year of college, I fell into a very deep, dark depression where I didn't leave my bed and I didn't really see the point in continuing on. I was in a very toxic, emotionally abusive relationship. I moved across the country and went to the college that I went to so that I could cheer there. When I got kicked off the cheer team, I felt like I just lost my way. and I stayed in a relationship that was not good for me because that's who I found my worth in. Just like any other human being, I go through lows and I go through highs. Mental health is an everyday battle. I think it's an everyday battle for a lot of women. I am very open and honest with you when I am struggling with my mental health. This year has been a very hard year for many people. In September, in the beginning of September, I lost somebody very close to me to stage 4 sarcoma cancer, and I've been dealing with grief a lot over the last couple of years. So just like any other person, just like any other woman, and sometimes you don't have a reason why you don't feel good. Sometimes you just wake up and you're having a terrible mental health day and you have absolutely no reason why. And I've talked about it in vlogs, I talk about it on my Instagram story, I think every other freaking day, in my caption every other freaking day. Mental health used to be something that not a lot of people talk about, and thanks to social media, a lot of people are opening up about that. What's the thing you dislike most about the gym influencer lifestyle? This one from Sophie kind of plays into it. What are the scariest, toughest things about being an influencer? And this one from Jasmine, what's the darkest side of being a YouTuber? We have built the most powerful, most amazing, supportive group of amazing men and women here on this platform. It's so funny when I meet somebody that watches my videos or follows me on Instagram, I can immediately tell who follows me on Instagram and who watches my YouTube videos. My YouTube and Alive family, like you guys, you get me, because it's so much easier to like express my thoughts and my feelings here on YouTube, and you are what keeps me going, and I am so forever grateful for that. The hardest part about sharing my fitness journey online is every single day I get a comment that I'm not fit enough, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too chubby. That is the hardest part of sharing my fitness journey online. Over this last year, I've learned to take weekends away from social media, take 4 to 5 days away from social media, because my mental health cannot handle it. And I think a lot of my bad mental health comes from putting my life on social media, because you open your life up to speculation and you start overthinking absolutely everything that you do. How you look, how you talk, the hand gestures you do, the whispering. I used to whisper in my videos. The amount of hate I got for whispering. The scariest part is people showing up to my house, people showing up to my gym. My car was stolen and the police think that they knew who I was, found out where I went to the gym, came there, followed me, stole my car. People have showed up to my home before, unannounced. The scariest part is just sometimes I don't feel very safe in a place where I should feel very safe. So that would be the scariest part. The hardest part is dealing with negativity, but I promise you, the amount of amazing, supportive, kind, loving women, their positivity will outweigh absolutely everything. And it's what keeps me going. So if you're one of those women and you are here only to spread kindness, spread positivity, and be a part of this amazing, freaking beautiful community we've built, thank you so much, and I love you, and I hope that you freaking know that, okay? How much time do you spend working off camera? What is a typical workday for you? So right now I am the CEO and founder of Alive, which is my own fitness app that we launched last January. The majority of my time spent every single day is growing Alive, creating workout programs, working with my CTO, working with my social media coordinators, working with my developers, my product team, and making sure that the app is going as planned. Thinking of the future of the app, constantly working on the newest updates of the app. That is where a majority of my everyday time goes. I also am a founder of Toluca Swim with Taylor Chamberlain and Chloe Chamberlain. So we started our own swimwear company. We launched in October. And with Toluca, I handle a lot of the social media side. So the women that represent the brand, PR. Chloe is the designer, and then Taylor and I handle the social media aspect of it. So not marketing necessarily, but the ambassadors, the women that support the brand, PR, etc. Taylor and I are also very good at hammering down those samples. Toluca HQ is in Denver, which is where Chloe and Taylor live. And so they first get the samples, they try on the samples, we'll do video calls, we'll go through all the changes that we want to make, they'll send those samples to me, we'll do another video call, I'll put on the suits, we'll talk about those changes, and then we'll send it off to the manufacturers. Every Wednesday we have our exec meeting, going over numbers, future plans, future collections. So my two big chunks right now are Toluca and Alive. At the core of this, I started as a content creator. So I refuse. Even though I have so much on my freaking plate right now, I want to remain a content creator. I don't want to be starting a live and then Toluca and then neglecting YouTube or Instagram. Like, this is how I started, and I want to continue being a content creator on top of everything else. To go off the last question, the next question is, what was one of your motivating factors for starting your swimsuit line? Taylor and I have been friends for a very, very long time. Sometimes you meet somebody and it just feels so right in your heart. Like, I fell head over heels in love with Taylor from the moment that I met her in person. We first met because she used to be a Gymshark athlete, and so we met at a Gymshark pop-up. She left Gymshark, she started her own brand, and we have kept in touch for the past few years since then. Over a year ago, we just started talking about how we really struggle with swimwear and how swimwear is so touchy for so many women. All I want to do is sit here and empower women. I want you to know that you can do absolutely anything you want to do. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and you are amazing, and I believe in you, and I need you to believe in yourself. And that is where the mission for Toluca came through. I love swimwear. I always have. You guys see me take selfies in swimwear all the time. And I've always struggled to find like the most perfect, beautiful suit that covers my nipples, covers my labias, makes me feel so empowered, that comes in a very inclusive size range. So that is where the idea for Toluca came. I partnered with Taylor and Chloe and Steve, who is Taylor's husband, and we brought Toluca to life. When have you ever gotten your lips done? Would you? And then another one from Anna, who says, have you ever wanted to get some type of plastic surgery? So when I was 17 years old, I've talked about this. My OGs, I know you already know. I got an autoplasty, which is where they pin your ears back. So I was born with like stick out ears, bullied my entire childhood, called Dumbo. So when I was 17 years old, I did get my ears pinned back. So that is the only plastic surgery where I went under the knife to get something done. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, I definitely thought about getting my boobs done. I never did. I'm glad I didn't, because I love my little itty bitty boobies. It's funny because I was just talking to my best friend yesterday about how when I scroll on TikTok, I get 18 TikToks a day of women going and getting nose jobs. And I hate that it does this to me, but then it starts making me think, well, like, do I need a nose job? I've never been self-conscious of my nose. I've never even thought twice about my nose. But social media has like started making me think like, well, maybe I need a nose job. And I hate that social media does that to me. And I'm sure it's making a lot of women think like that. Obviously, lip filler has become like the new trend this year. I always overline my lips a little bit, add a little juicy lip balm, plumps them up. I don't have any filler in my face. Have I thought about it? Yes, absolutely. Everyone and their mother on social media is getting filler, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I've taken a step back and I think, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for other people? There's absolutely nothing wrong with getting work done. You want to get filler, you want to get a boob job, you want to get your ears pinned. Do whatever the heck and bob you want. I'm so tired of women online, and men especially, men and women, trying to tell women what we can and cannot do with our bodies. It drives me absolutely insane. So I had my ears done when I was 17. I don't have any filler, but I do get Botox. And some of you are very opinionated about Botox. I get Botox 2 to 3 times a year. I still have plenty of movement. I love Botox. I love it. I have very dry skin. I was getting wrinkly and crinkly on my forehead at 24 years old. I was very self-conscious of it. So when I was 25, guess what? I went and got some Botox done. But I love it. So do what you want to do and don't let anybody influence you otherwise. Okay, Liza asked, how do you and Stefan avoid arguments or come to agreements on things? First of all, we never avoid arguments, and I definitely, if there's one thing I learned from my communication degree, do not avoid arguments. I dated somebody one time, and this man asked me to start thinking about whether or not I wanted to marry him. But this man did not tell me that he had any issues with me or our relationship until the day he broke up with me. Here's my thing. If you got issues, if you are dating somebody and something's bothering you, please be open and honest. And the day that Steph and I started dating, I asked him to do the exact same thing. If there is ever something that is bothering you that I am doing, please just be open and honest about it. And if you go about it in a very kind and constructive way, you're gonna work through it. Otherwise, you're gonna be dating some dumb nut, okay? And you know what? I'm glad it didn't work out. I found some things out about this dumb nut. You know what? Let me just tell you the story. So listen, I'm dating this guy, okay? He asked me to start thinking about whether or not I'm gonna marry him. I fall head over heels in love with this man. He called me on Christmas. He said, hey, I'm breaking up with you. The next day, He's dating my best friend. I lost my boyfriend and my best friend in 48 hours. It took me years and years and years to mend from that broken heart. And then I met this incredible woman who is now my hairdresser. And you know what she says to me? She says, listen, I was seeing your man the whole time you were dating him. And I thought, that's suspicious. Because this man asked me to start thinking about whether or not I'm gonna marry him. And I'll tell you what, I thought I was gonna marry him. Good thing I didn't. I was young and naive. After we broke up, I did not understand why I was not good enough for this person. I did not understand why I couldn't be with this person. And it wasn't until 2-3 years later when I found out that this man, this little dumb nut, was hooking up with somebody else the entire time we were dating. The entire time we were dating, he was cheating on me. And I didn't even find this out till 3 years later. And in that moment, it clicked why I was not supposed to end up with that person. I firmly believe that everything happens for a reason. And a good portion of the time, you're never gonna know that reason until one day I found out why. Jessica asked, why did you go gluten and dairy free? Genuinely just curious, I may have missed it. So I have an autoimmune disease that's called psoriasis. It is a skin condition that I have. I've had it for over 10 years. I was first diagnosed with psoriasis when I was 16, and my doctor is the one who prescribed a gluten and dairy free diet. I have been dairy free and gluten free for over a year now. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like the dairy free portion, super easy. There's so many alternative dairy free options. The gluten, and I saw an immediate significant change in my skin the minute I went dairy and gluten-free. Will I stay like this the rest of my life? I don't know. I don't know. But for right now, it is really helping my skin, and that's why I've stuck with it. I just want to clarify, it was not for health reasons. There used to be, and I hope maybe we've moved past this, brands were like labeling their foods gluten-free to make it look like it's a healthier option. Gluten is not bad for you unless you have a disease that tells you otherwise. What's a relationship deal breaker? Cheating. No, can't do it. Emotionally cheating, physically cheating, I'm out. For far too long, I stayed in a relationship, my freshman year and sophomore year of college, a very emotionally abusive relationship. When I look back at it, it like destroys me that I let that happen to me. This person cheated on me several times, and I was like begging for them not to leave me. They would cheat on me, I would sit there and I would beg on my hands and knees, like hysterically cry, hold on to this person, okay? Begging this person not to leave me because all of my worth I put in this person. And he cheated on me time after time after time again. And I learned from that, and I grew from that, and I moved on from that, and I refuse to stay in a relationship where somebody has cheated on me. I forgive easily, but I don't forget, because I have a really hard time letting go of things. And so I know my toxic trait in a relationship would be constantly bringing that up. It's not something I'm proud to admit, but I think it is very self-aware. Okay, I got so many questions of people asking me if I swear. Yes, I do swear. I love words like holy heck and pop. I love them, but I definitely swear. I'm an angry swearer. If I'm pissed off, I'm swearing. And there's some scientific facts, okay, I've seen it before, that swearing relieves anger, and I feel that. I don't swear on my channel because I have moms that watch me. My mom and dad watch my YouTube videos. I want to be as respectful as I can. I don't think that swearing is disrespectful, but I never want you to be in a room watching my videos and feel uncomfortable watching my videos because somebody around you doesn't swear, or doesn't want to hear somebody swearing up a storm. That's why I don't swear in my YouTube videos. I've had moms thank me for not swearing in my videos because they watch my videos around their kiddos. Listen, I'm not gonna be the one to expose your kiddos into swear words, okay? Loved this question. What's the one thing that people always misunderstand about you? I'm a hardcore, deep core introvert. I really struggle in social situations, at pop-up stores, at meet and greets. Like, they're so hard for me because I am such an introvert. When I'm around my friends and my family or in front of the camera, like, I'm me, baby. But think about when I'm in a room right now by myself just talking to a camera with Navy on the couch, you know what I mean? I could be an extrovert when there's nobody around, or when I'm around my closest friends and family, but in social situations, I'm such an introvert, and I think that shocks a lot of people when they meet me. Okay, Carol asks, what does Stefan do for a living? Stefan is a computer engineer and he works as a product manager at a tech company. Haley asks, when you get married, will you both move into your house? Yes, I'm planning on living here. Stefan's just gonna move in here and we will live here. I'm gonna wrap this up soon, but why is Stefan in videos now? Is he more comfy with the camera? So listen, there was a video, I need to try to find it, but I think it was a Q&A where I said I will not have Stefan in my videos until we are married. Not that I got like the ring on my finger and he's here to stay. He's not leaving me. He's stuck with me for life. Now I feel comfortable having him in my videos. Candace, how do you feel about people with OnlyFans? Have an OnlyFans. Once again, do whatever the heck mob you want to do. I'm tired of people trying to tell us how to live our lives. No need for judgments. I have my own life. Somebody else has their own life. Whatever they do, you know, as long as they're not harming other people. How does that affect me? All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up this Q&A. I still have tons of questions that I screenshot, so I'm thinking I'll do a part 2, or I'll do a get ready with me with a Q&A in it. Let me know if you'd rather have a get ready with me with the Q&A, or a Q&A part 2, or a Q&A part 2 and a get ready with me. Several options to choose from. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me for WHITMAS this year, and until next time, I will see you next time, which is in 2 days. Hey!